Many of us feel like we need outside validation. And in most cases, we actually don't need it. We feel like we do. And especially if we didn't get much validation or recognition growing up, or maybe in some of our early relationships, we really feel like we need validation. And we can spend our whole lives trying to get validation, trying to prove that like what we're saying is worthy of some validation, someone putting their stamp of approval on it, right? We don't need validation from other people. It is nice. We're humans. We do feel accepted when we get validation. But sometimes no one around you is really going to give you the validation that you need because maybe they can't even see that what you're saying is a valid point. Maybe you have big dreams and you're going after them. And maybe the people you're talking to have never had a big dream in their life. They're going to think that's crazy. They're not going to give you validation. They're not going to say, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. You should go for it. They're going to probably criticize what you're talking about. They're probably going to criticize you. They're probably going to think the idea is going to fail and that you're going to end up living like they've been living. So we have to be really careful. If there's something that you feel really strongly about and you've read things and done some research and your point seems valid and you're not getting outside validation, validate yourself. You can understand that maybe other people aren't going to have the same point of view, but your point of view matters. We don't need someone else to tell us that our point of view matters, but we think we do lots of times. And that's really tricky because it makes us feel really frustrated, makes us feel not heard, and it just makes us feel like we don't matter to other people. It's not that we don't matter. It's that maybe they don't really understand that. Maybe they don't see your point. Maybe they just can't possibly, because we all have different perspectives that we're looking at things through. Maybe they just can't possibly see things from your perspective. So there's no way they could validate what you're talking about. We really heavily rely on outside sources for validation, for feeling good about ourselves lots of times, all kinds of things. And we need to start looking more within because we do matter, what we think matters, and our dreams matter. They might not matter to anyone else in that moment because they can't understand our dreams, but they do matter. So start validating yourself. You will feel so much better. You won't be having to try to go outside and seek outside validation. You won't be having to try to prove yourself. You won't feel like you don't matter when people don't validate you. It will feel all around much, much better. Comment with something that you do a good job of validating yourself on. And thank you for joining me today for the Rebecca Reset, where every day we reset your mind so you can be better, do better, and get the life you love. Please like and subscribe.